Hi everyone, my name is Stephanie and this is Misty, my tiny wagon. I built Misty during the pandemic and it was a way for me to stay sane during all the social distancing that was going on. And now I live and travel in it and share my adventures with everybody. I started out with a flatbed trailer that was 7 by 12 feet. One thing I would have done differently, I would have gotten a double axle trailer instead of single axle. I had brakes installed on the trailer for safety and I needed a new axle because of the brakes. I could have gotten a brand new double axle trailer for that money, so that is the only thing I would do differently. We have, of course, the fold-out deck. You just lift it up. I kept those from the original trailer, so I installed these O's and it just hooks in there. It prevents things from falling out too in case the door comes open. Sometimes, you know, the wood shifts a little bit and I had it happen that the door opens. Chose cedar tongue and groove siding. It's very light and I wanted to build the trailer as light as possible. It's very resistant to bugs and moisture. And luckily I started building before the prices went up. So I got really good deals on the wood still. Those were leftover pieces of plywood and I just thought it looked nicer if the edge was more rounded. So I grabbed my jigsaw and I cut out some patterns and screwed it on. This is actually the best bang for the buck. They were $1 each. I have one here and one on the deck so I can easily level things out. Got a little bit of exterior storage that is actually beneath my bed. I put my sway bars in and a couple of old towels and stuff, so the dirty stuff goes outside basically. And back here I built a bay so it's a little bit more aerodynamic when I'm driving. And on the bottom here I have my propane. I got 3 tanks. I can go a month with one propane bottle. Sometimes though I have a gas propane pit and when I use that eats gas. So, but yeah, usually one lasts a month. The truck is a 5.7 liter V8. I found out that they had performance thing installed, aftermarket, and that eats a lot of gas. But other than that, it's a great truck. I got like the propane fire pit. I have a lounger in there, a cooler. I have an outdoor shower setup in there. It's a portable instant water heater. All you need to do is plug in some 12 volt and the gas, and then you have a faucet here even, but you can adjust the temperature, and it comes with a shower hose that you clip here, take a shower. This is my outdoor kitchen setup. I don't want to have the oils and scents in the wagon if I don't have to. This is a propane line and it has 2 quick connects, so I have the possibility of connecting the oven and my outdoor shower directly to the propane instead of using those small green containers. I have a lounge area here where I do artwork when I have time. I have a solar panel that I plug into the Jackery. And then in the morning I like to sit in my hammock chair. It is so comfortable. Let's head on in. Let me show you the interior.
This video is sponsored by Jackery, and we have a special offer for you today. I think if you're watching our videos, you're probably interested in living a more sustainable lifestyle, and this is where Jackery comes into play. Because with the Jackery Explorer 1000 Pro, you have a lightweight portable solar generator that requires no maintenance, it's plug and play, and it creates no local emissions like a gas generator, so you're not over there breathing in those fumes from running a combustion engine. Besides the classical and best-selling Jackery 1000 Pro, Jackery has just launched their flagship Jackery Solar Generator 3000 Pro in Canada. Click the link and use the code in the description below to enjoy the early sale discount of up to 499 Canadian dollars off. And remember to subscribe.
I started traveling a long time ago, about 28 years ago. I traveled the world for about 3 years and ended up here in the United States actually, and converted a little Dodge van and traveled along the West Coast and had the best time of my life. It was so amazing and magical. Got married, did the family thing. My son is now 23 and basically was just waiting for, you know, my son to be old enough, and I always wanted to come back here. I wanted a little bit more luxury than a van and go to town with the car and not lose my spot. That's why I chose to tow. Initially, I wanted to build a tiny house on wheels, but you can't travel with those, they're too heavy. So this was the perfect solution for me. Did everything myself, including the windows, the doors, the furniture, except I had the metal roof installed by a contractor, and I had brakes installed on the trailer, and he also installed a new axle. It was a little over a year, and I worked on it till the last day. The day I left, I still worked on it. But I had to leave because I was asked to go to the Tiny House Festival in San Diego. So I had like 1,200 miles to go, and I had to leave that day. And yeah, it was crazy. So this is my kitchen area. I have a 3-way fridge in here that runs with propane, 12 volt or 120, depending on what I have available. This is an epoxy pour. So that was my first experiment with epoxy, and it was a nightmare. I poured it in place and I had leaks everywhere, and I crawled underneath and I had epoxy in my hair. So that was like a nightmare, but it turned out good. So yeah, that was a lot of work. Down here, this has a dual purpose to it. It's not only a curtain, it's also a dish rack so I can dry my dishes. I have a Jackery 500 in here that is plenty for me to run the fridge. 10 gallons of fresh water and a 5-gallon gray water tank. And it works with a foot pump. This is a hammered copper sink. I ordered it from Egypt directly. And it's like funny, when people come in here, they turn off the water faucet all the time. But, you know, it's not necessary because it's a manual pump, but it's like a reflex, people just turn it off. Put the dishes away when I travel, so they don't fall down, obviously. If I had a cabinet, it takes away from the spaciousness, so I prefer to take them off when I travel. And the spice rack's kind of nice, it's magnetic. Sometimes if I go on a washboard road, they come open and I lose a lot of herbs, but this is kind of nice too. It spins, you know, you can do things. This is my range and oven. I ordered it and it came in 17 or 21 inches, and I thought it's the width. But then I built everything according to the measurements and put it in and opened this, and I was shocked. This is all the space I can use. So underneath, I don't know if you can use it as a warmer, but I can't even bake a bread in there. It's like, wow, why? I would definitely get a bigger stove. This is my heating. I have a clay pot heater that I just painted this, and I put tea lights in there and just put this on top, and that's my heat. That's all I need. So this is my dining area, and I have a pull-out table. Pulls out fairly far, actually. I needed to put the table here. I didn't want to lose space underneath, so it's a little high for me. But if I needed to, or if I wanted to, I could change it, but it's okay. Main thing for me was storage, so I have storage everywhere, like under the chairs. That's my pantry, kind of. Another part of my pantry here. Over here I have toiletries. Then I have a spice rack. And I like gadgets, so I got little pixie lights that turn on, and that's all the lighting I need at night. It's pretty bright, and you know, I can change the patterns even, and like remote control pixie lights, I love it. This lamp is from India, and the light bulbs I use are these. And you can charge them with USB, or they come with a little solar panel as well. And they come with a remote control. The mirrors are from Morocco, so got a little bit international flair in here. This is birch plywood, and I like the light color of the birch plywood. It doesn't get so orangey when it gets older. I have a board here. Originally, I had built it as a ramp for Ralphie. That's why those boards are here. And now we can easily go in and out of bed. This is a full-size bed. And more storage in back where I have, you know, pajamas, stuff like that. And then there's more storage here. So it goes all the way across. I have storage everywhere. And I also did sew the bolsters myself and made them in a size that I can have either a guest stay the night here, or I have a lounge area if it's too hot up there in summer. You know, I can sit here in the cooler area. So here's my garbage, and my cassette toilet works very well for me. Back there I have my crawl-in closet where I hang my clothes. So on this side I have my skirts and shorter things. And on the other side, I have my pants and longer sweaters and all that, and a lot of shoes. There's more storage. And here are my dresses. I think it's about putting yourself out there and experience life to the best you can. Trust in yourself and listen to your intuition. Your gut feeling says it all.
The Jackery Explorer 1000 Pro is a compact, lightweight solar generator. Its optimized design with the foldable handles makes it easy to store. It's 2 kilograms lighter than any comparable power station on the market with 1 kilowatt consumption. You can use it as a home backup for any of your appliances in the case of a power outage, or if you want to take it with you outside or on a camping trip. It causes no noise compared to a noisy gas generator, which is also putting out pollutants into the air that you breathe, toxic pollutants. This has 0 local emissions and it's silent, lightweight, compact, portable. It's what you want. I'm telling you, it's what you want. It's sustainable because as long as the sun is there, you've got unlimited electricity if you got the solar panels. So stick the solar panels in the sun, charge up the battery, and you are living a more sustainable life because you can harvest your own electricity by yourself, making you a more independent and sovereign individual and less dependent on the system. Thus, a more sustainable lifestyle. In addition to the popular 1000 Pro, Jackery launched a new product in May, the Jackery 3000 Pro, with more powerful features and larger capacity. Click the link in the description below and don't miss this opportunity because this flash sale is only good to May 26th. So get your Jackery portable solar generator today.